Okay. So, this is a new thing that's happening now. I'm uh I'm officially in live action. Woohoo. Yeah, you like live action? I like live action. I hope you like live action because that's what you're getting. You're getting live action me. I don't even know who's watching this shit. It's like way early in the morning and I'm streaming. Oh, okay. See, it's smooth for me, but I don't know why it's not smooth for y'all. Maybe it's alright. Hopefully it changed. Oh no. Yeah, it's smoother, but my mic is a little quiet. Then turn that up. Alright. Yeah. Alright. Okay. So, if you're watching this, which probably not, hi, I'm Zen Studios. Baramos Knight. And I'm Hedgie. Yeah, that's right. We're we're live actioning this shit. Okay, this is kind of cool. I'm not even gonna lie, this is cool. So, shout out to my mom. Actually, she's the one who showed me this droid cam. One you're seeing right here, right here. This fucking Enigma. Don't worry, I'm gonna get the Pro soon, so you don't have to see that, and I can be glorious HD. But yeah, so live streams got more interesting. Uh, I might still use the Xeneon stuff when it comes to like actual the actual Yokai Watch live streams, but with but like when it comes to the like more serious streams, as when it comes to like more serious videos and stuff, I'm gonna just use this because this is the best way I can connect to you, my audience, and my friends. I probably won't be using this method for like YouTube videos though. Probably. I don't know. The camera quality, eh. From here to the PC, you can see it's a little shoddy. So I might wait until I get Pro, mess with that for a bit, do a live stream with that. But with that being said, um, okay, my quality's pretty good. So thank you, Ace. Alright, so 4 people watching, that's that's surprising. On a Monday morning? To be fair, I can do this because you know, I don't have school anymore. But 4 people are watching this right now? Well, alright then. I just wanted to come here, kind of go over a few things. Originally, I was kind of gonna go over. I feel like I can. Okay, originally I was gonna make, as my community post said, I was gonna make a video which was called a not so serious discussion and over an open conversation, right? But I feel like some of the things that I can say here, some of the things that I have put on there, I can just say here, really. I mean, I'm still gonna probably make the video, but there's consider this a little tease for what's to come. And pretty much what I'm gonna do is just kind of talk about, because I wrote a guideline for it. I wrote a guideline for it, not like an actual script, but like a guideline for it, like talking points. I really only have four, but like talking points and shit. But the first one was actually kind of important. Like not as like important as like I need to say this right now that I need to get off my chest. Dear God, help me. But more so like this is kind of why I've sort of fell off on making my content. And pretty much gonna be full stop. I got sad. A lot of things have been happening and a lot of reevaluation and stuff and realizations and more realizations about my realizations and bullshit. Ten That's kind of like why I felt like that. And with and adding on to that, the loss of a person that basically without them I wouldn't have been making content or I wouldn't have the drive to create, especially with my SML mix series. It took a lot out of me more than I thought it did. If you know, you know, and I'm not talking about Frog this time and dear God, but yeah, I'm not gonna go over it here because like that's not really my place, you know. But yeah, I just felt sad, creatively dead. Like I had this whole idea for like Hedgie and Minky, like for the Hedgies and Minkies, like introductory videos. So, you know, to like because we got the pilot Red's first flight, then we got like the first episode where you meet Hedgie and Sonic and them, and then you get Minky, Georgie, or I would have to do that one later. Originally, I was going to do on like Easter this year, but like things happened and yeah. Um, Another thing too is that I kind of I also taken I always really like to help people, but I don't have that sense of urgency as much as I need to do. So whoever like I tend to get things done late and I apologize for that. On one hand, it could be me being lazy, or two, I just don't have that sense of urgency, not even with properly taking care of myself, I'll be honest with you. And this is like the realest talk, no, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't really if it comes to like talking about things, I don't really feel like a script works. Like if I was making like a video essay, I would write a script, do my research, you know, talk to people, get them on board. FNAF in real time video, call me Terror. Okay, jokes aside, but like stuff like this, just me talking to you, live streaming. I don't know why would you would have a script on a live stream, but like me talking to you, the viewers, my channel, the audience, I want to be real with y'all because you guys deserve the realest of the real. You know. Um. Actually, I guess I could. I guess I could talk about like this will be like the unedited, uncensored version of the video, and then I will go back and make the video, well, like more properly like organized. So this is like me going in raw dogging it. I maybe a better term would have been used, but like pretty much just me coming in, just talking about it raw, kind of like a director's commentary before the thing actually comes out, because that makes the most sense. Um, okay. I already talked about personal troubles, thoughts. I guess another thing too is that, like, while going through it somewhat mentally, I've been going through it physically too. I'm not gonna say it, but let's just say I've been bleeding in a place that shouldn't have bled, and my stomach's constantly has the feeling of being on fire. So yeah, you take that as you will. I should be fine. I do have like an appointment, but that's probably not gonna be anytime soon. My nephew's birthday is coming up on the 30th, so I'm excited for that. We're going to a park, gonna get a little grill going, you know. All right. So in the document, labeled them first, second, third, and then like the fourth. I don't know what the fucking, but I'm gonna go out of order. So let's talk about. All right, actually, I know which one I need to talk about. Let's talk about Sans Fractured Realms real quick. Now, keep in mind, you're gonna have to bear with me. I'm gonna be trying my best here. Oh, right. Oh, okay. I'm gonna be trying. You're gonna have to bear with me because this is first time. All right, and then I'm gonna size me down here. Ooh, pop. Sorry. All right, Sun Fractured Realms. Let's talk about that. Ooh, pop, mink. Hopefully it shows. Turn that off. There we go. Okay, Sun's Fractured Realms. Let's talk about that real quick. Okay, just see, this is all new territory for me, so you're gonna have to bear with me, y'all. And transform, stretch screen. Okay, so it's a little blurry, but Sun's Fractured Realms. There's apparently like a Sonic fan game called Fractured Realms coming out. Actually, I don't think this one's not Sonic. This is just Roblox. There's an asymmetrical game called Fractured Realms. That's hilarious. I didn't see when making Son Fractured Realms. I didn't know about this one. 30 subscribers. Bam. 31 subscribers. Fuck. I sound like Rick. Okay. Me. I can't read the chat, so I'ma grab my phone. You will see me go and grab my phone. Bye, real quick. I almost dropped my phone. Haha. um, yeah, as you can see, this is like off the cuff, like most things. Okay, now there's only one person watching. Okay, well, yeah, I think it's best to just explain it still anyway. So Sun-Structured Realms. Let's talk about why I made it originally. Let's talk about it. Let's do that. Let's talk about it. Let's because I feel like everything needed is a perfect discussion. And yeah, so the reason why I made so Sun-Structured Realms, and I'm gonna be honest, this is gonna be one of the only times this is gonna be one of the only times where I'm gonna heavily, heavily mention this guy. And everything I'm about to say is more so because of everything. Okay. So Sun Frex Realm started a couple months ago. This isn't, well, kind of. I made the channel a couple months ago, but I started really making content for it like, okay, 8 months ago. That's when I made the channel for it. But I had the idea in my head for a while now. And originally what I was doing was that it was actually called Sun. It was called Sun Shattered Rift, if I remember correctly. It was called Shattered Rift, kind of like, well, this guy's Shattered Rift series. But then it kind of started became more. I talked to my friends, and then we kind of called it. Oh wait, no, it was called Sun Shattered Sectors. So it was only a little bit. No, I'm joking. But yeah, no. Originally, this was gonna be my take on Shattered Rift by Mystical vs. VR, but not like his series because at this point in time, I didn't even know about the channel, and Shattered Rift didn't come out until 4 months ago, as seen here. So this was way before that. This was back when it was an RP series that I knew about because my friends were still his friends. It's a whole thing. So I made my sting as a spiteful piece of shit. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh, oh right. There was also the series Shattered Dimensions. Yeah, I'm not beating the copycat allegations, am I? I'm laughing at this, but like, this is because of, look, 8 months ago, this is hindsight, and realizations happen, and I'm now here I am. So I was not saying, basically what this was basically going to be my take on Sonic Shattered Rift, the RP series. From little pieces of nuggets that I've heard about, I didn't know anything completely. But that was really only gonna be for Sun Shattered Dimensions. I think, if I remember correctly, or I was just stealing the name for the channel. I don't fully remember. I was taking the name before me and my friends talking. I was like, okay, maybe we should rename it, and we renamed it to Fractured Realms. Shout out. Uh, I don't know how to. Shout Chaotic Boy on she's a VR chat friend. I don't remember if she has a YouTube channel. I really don't. I really do not remember if she has a YouTube channel. Well, we do have a YouTube channel, but that first video can't be made because of we're gonna have to remake it because of the outcome memory thing, and I just forgot to edit it. Also, that was my first time recording gameplay, so like I didn't know shit. Oops. But yeah, so 8 months ago we had that conversation called Fractured Realms. I made 7 months ago. I made it another community post saying that, and everything I'm showing is kind of outdated. Oh yeah, also my friend Missile made the banner for Shattered Rift, but because of things, I kind of stole it with permission. Because at that point we were all completely done with him, so I stole it with permission from the person who made it. Fucked up on my part. I can admit that. It said Shattered Rift in it. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. Anyway, 7 months ago. This was 5 months ago. Oh, so again, I didn't know about the channel until very fucking recently. Actually, I can tell you, pinpoint you the moment I found out about the channel. The moment I found out by the channel, this this video right here, Shadow Rift Origins episode 2, and yes, I did watch all of it. Hmm? Hmm. All right, that's interesting. I just noticed something. That's interesting. I wonder why. But yeah, no, okay. But yeah, so I found out about this channel. This was the most recent upload. So this is before that. Everything about the show is before that. This is to explain what originally this was about. Now here's the thing. So was my disclaimer community post. Most of this is outdated. That's not going to reflect Sonic Legacies, though the general idea is the same. Sonic Legacy. So for Sonic Legacies, as I mentioned before, is a remake of an EXCRP I did with Mystical Light, or Mystical Verse VR, and one of the things he added in was the Revy situation, which in hindsight was like kind of fucking crazy because it wasn't like, oh, we added like a joke about, no, it that was the entire thing, because his favorite EXE at the time was fucking Faker, and also he added Faker X Needle Mouse, which I at the time it was good, okay, I guess, but like once I found out Needle Mouse was just a lesbian, I kind of started shifting away, but he didn't give a fuck. And gonna be honest, that's a whole ass discussion for another thing. I'll save that one for the fucking video. But yeah, I basically said I plan on changing some things and stuff. And then and I said I want this to be very serious. While I can't use characters from an old friend I do respect and sadly let's toss of any of Redacted's characters are free game. Because a thing that he told me was that because he used to go by a username called EXE Gamer Lord, if you know, you know. So I was like, but he said EXE is dead fair. So I was taking that and kind of being a smartass. I'm not gonna lie, I was being a smartass. I was going straight up to steal any character that EXE Gamer Lore made, retake them, mold them, make them something new, something better. Uh, Not objectively, but some characters objectively fucking better. But it's like, let's just be fucking honest here. And as you can see, like, though, he had a character named EXE too, and he claims to make it before EXE like Faker came around, and that's a whole another fucking thing that I don't even. That's a whole ass can of worms I'm not even gonna get into. As you can see here, here's what the characters that I was gonna say. We got fucking Son or SON or Sonator because he kind of went. SON was a name I gave him. Sonator was the EXE name that Light gave him. That's what we're gonna call him for now. Light. Light called him Sonator after a while. His original name was Son. Then there was SP, Sonic Plush, Killator, which was another EXE, just kind of like a Sonic EXE take. Then we got Sonic Fresh and Sonic Jerk. You can probably fucking tell which one is which. Then we had Darkris, was I'm not gonna lie, I think he made it or came up with the name, but I mostly played him. I because I played mm, no, yeah, I played Darkris. So like most of the characterization, if he was still to be shown up, which is to be determined for Darkris, then I would play him with the characterization I gave him. And I guess that's like the main point about characters that he had or returning characters is that they're going to be based on a characterizations either me or someone else played them, or we're going to freestyle the characterization with a new person playing them. That is kind of like the main point. It's free. Not trying to take. I'm not trying to like full on one for one, bar for bar, copy this nigga's characterizations for these characters because some of them are low key kind of ass. I'm saying that out of love of the game. And also because I low key fucking hate Shattered Rift Origins, but we that's not even like bias speaking. It's just like we're going to we'll get on that later. We'll get on that. Save that for the video. But also you could see Soski with permission from Missile Dog. Not true anymore. That one never was Missile's character. Actually, he's more this one I will say this one was fully his creation. I mean, the background of him was changed to fit one of Missile's characters, kind of, sort of. It's a whole thing because Soski he would predate because Soski. Okay, so we got a whole like god system for Sonic Legacies, and Soski, kind of like in Shadow Rift Origins episode 3, was the god of everything. But before that, Soski was more of like a Yoda ripoff. And then then we met Missile, and Solar came in, which is the one another is Missile's character, and they said, "Hey, how we make them connected?" Sosuke became the god of everything and everything, and then got the god system, Shade, Delta, Eclipse, those guys from an RP that my friend Striker the Rabbit Karma made, and yeah, yeah, and then kind of like then we got made more gods the wrong way, and those were co-owned by him and Missile, and this is where I'm about to explain something. Most of the gods were either made by Missile or made by another person that didn't own the god. Hell, the god of light or god Amethyst, which is another god. I don't know why I'm doing that. There's no one, nothing. This is a live stream. But Amethyst, the god of everything, the light side of it, it's kind of hard. But I'll make a video explaining that when we get actually, making. Suffer Fractured Realm. Uh, that one was mine. I created Amphis. He, and that was Soski's wife. But I created Amphis. Amphis is fully my creation. I played her. I did the characterization, and I found the model too. So like, Amphis is fully mine. I mean, it's a public model, so like, if I was a good fucking Sonic artist, they would all have original designs. I'm just telling you what. I'm just telling you what. But I'm not a fucking Sonic artist. I try, but I fail. But back to this, we got the Queen VC, Jester Sonic 007, which was another character he created that isn't gonna be there. And Jester Sonic, at least the version he had, definitely not gonna be in there. Neither is SP. See, also Secret History Sonic Metallic retake. This one was kind of interesting because, and I'm gonna be honest with him, he cooked. He fucking cooked. He kind of cooked on that one. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. He cooked on that one. Secret History Sonic, like the original one from the fucking Secret History of Sonic and Tails, that one from the original universe. He kind of became evil, jaded, and then he became metallic. While fucking Secret History or Psycho Tales, he kind of chilled out a little bit, and he became best friends with Tord because at this like Edge World, it was like kind of crossover RP, kind of new grounds, Sonic IXC, because we got Boyfriend Friday Night Funkin' there, and also we heavily referenced the Friday Night Funkin'. Also, we literally used. You're gonna see that in Sonic Legacies. We literally used the fucking VR chat hub world shit. But that's besides the point. But as you can see, these were going to be the 12 characters I was going to put in. And I'm telling you now, technically only 4 of them is coming back. But I'm saying technically 4 because technically we have a god of everything, but it ain't gonna be Soski. It's actually gonna be a character that I made. Actually, yeah, no. It's just gonna be a character I made taking the place of what Soski was in the original RP. His name is Yosenik. And yeah, that we're changing characters' names for some people, kind of. It's a it's a whole thing because then we got it's kind of like having a conversation. Well, what counts as a name? What counts as a title? Because Emperor Neo, well, sure, that can be counted as a name. Everyone could call him Emperor Neo. He could call himself Emperor Neo. At the same time, Emperor Neo is more of a title, so you can't really copyright the title. Especially since me and him, we're not the only two niggas that have Emperor Neo. It's just, but in my case, since I'm heavily basing it off the RP that we did back in way, technically I took the name Emperor Neo and I took the general concept and backstory of Emperor Neo, but changed it to be more accurate to what we roleplayed. Kind of. Kind of to more accurate to what we roleplayed, but also adding a little bit more sauce, more character development, some changes that too, that can little sauteed it and also not make Sonic a complete dickhead to Knuckles for no fucking reason. Yeah, oh shit. Well, I guess I'm talking about fucking Shattered Rip. Okay. Uh, but yeah, most of these characters aren't coming back. Uh, but the ones are now. I can give the list is Son, the Queen of EXCs, or Blaze.NDS. That's right. The Queen of EXC is definitely a fucking title because if I can, I have my sketchbook. I actually drew like a Blaze. We were we each were doing retakes. This is back when we were friends. We were doing like retakes of each other's characters. He did some of Xena and her forms, and I did like some of his characters. The one that I really liked was my Blaze one because it was like a proper Blaze EXE, and you don't really see a lot of Blaze EXEs, but this one was like more of a proper one, taking stuff from Sonic Colors, DS, NDS, because she came from a DS game, you know, kind of building an inspiration for that. And that's basically what I'm going to do here, while also keeping some things from the original character in here, like her, like the Queen of EXE's also kind of taking over the body of San's girlfriend, who's a Blaze, which, but I'm also changing that up because I don't want, again, I'm not trying to fully copy this guy. I'm just trying to, while making changes where I can to make it better, I want to, this is really going to be a remake of not only that EXE but the Legacies RP that we've been doing up until now, which, but 3 months ago, this is where you can tell that I found out about the channel. This is where you can tell where I found out about the channel because, wow. Now you may be asking, "Farrell, well, what the fuck is going on? This just seems like an ordinary title." Well, yeah, but if you fucking go here and then you read, "Oh wait, Shatter Rift Origins Episode 2, The Fall of the Hero." Yeah, I guess I can explain that in this section because we're supposed to be explaining like why I originally made Strategy Rooms, which, as I said before, is because I'm being petty. But not gonna lie, this is where I really got petty. Like, I got really petty and really upset, and I guess disappointed too. And where my disappointment lies is because I'm not gonna fucking hold you. I do not like Shattered Rift Origins. I think I, if you were to ask me when I was watching, like when I first watched 3 episodes, which fully am in now, I was watching them. I was getting like, because I was curious. This motherfucker used to be my friend and all. Like, of course I was gonna watch it. Like, even if we're not cool, I can watch it, give like honest critiques, say why I like, say why I don't like. I didn't end up liking anything. Fucking gonna be honest, this is like an Ultra Vegito situation because dear God, because okay, at least with the Fall of the Hero, the Emperor Neo stuff, that's where I kind of slightly got pissed. I didn't really care about the first episode. I think like it was overbloated. It shouldn't have been 1 hour long. Could have cut it down to like a good like 30 minute, you know, 30-minute episode. I feel like there was a lot of fluff. You didn't need the entire tour, just shows the important rooms. Really, make the bullies more interesting. Maybe actually make them good bullies instead of like third grade bullies. So that way, like the death of the brother could have been like actually pretty much his fault. Like have one of them almost kill like Sarah. Sarah? Yeah, Sarah. Have someone almost kill one of them almost kills Sarah. So when Sarah comes back as an evil guy and spins the block and kills that one, yeah, that could be like deserved. Yeah, that you caused that. That's fucking consequences for your actions. I mean, no one's brother should die. Like you shouldn't have your brother die, but he did almost kill that motherfucker. So like, you just got to get back. That's essentially it. But nah, it was like a whole thing. And but I'm not turning the stream into like a review of fucking Shadow Rift Origins. Even though I'm okay, another side tangent. I don't get the concept of calling it Shattered Rift Origin. Well, I kind of get it, but like, here's the thing, and here's what's the point of making a side story series and an origin story series, but you aren't gonna actually make Shattered Rift into a series. You get me? Like that doesn't make sense in my head unless you do plan on doing it. I don't know. I don't fully fucking know. But like, what's the point of making? My knowledge is still just an RP. So like, what's the point of doing that if you ain't gonna, make that into a protection too? Anyway, back to what I was discussing. Community post. So yeah, this is where I found out about the channel, And then we got the important announcement one where I explain, like, it's a remake of some RPs, got a casting, season order. This one, excuse me, this one is actually more accurate to what I have in mind. And I kind of want to talk about the season order then. I want to talk about the season order real quick. We got the War and Seas, Rise of the Emperor, The Gods Folly, Worlds Collide. So you can see we do an EXE art season, the a Legacies RP season, another EXE season, and then we got like a completely original season. Now, to I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know if that's what's I don't know if that's gonna be the season order exactly. I might change around, no replace. Because honestly, I think what I'm gonna do is actually do it have Emperor Neo be after the Metallics arc and push the Metallic Super Mario arc into like season five five. So that way season one and season one, two, and three, they flow together and those can just be the original free CRP seasons. Then I start introducing concept from the Legacies RP. Kind of going like that. So that's pretty much it. Kind of like, but yeah, other than that, that's kind of general idea. This is all of this is pretty much accurate, except for like the name, because instead of calling him Emperor Neo, we're going to call him Superior Neo. I think that actually kind of fits. I mean, the Emperor Neo moniker, like the name Emperor Neo is still going to be there, but I'm going to save that for a different character that is completely fucking devoid of having the same kind of backstory and character, having the same kind of backstory and uh background characters and all that from the RP. No, this Emperor Neo is going to be a completely different fucking take on Emperor Neo, like as a concept, not like the character that he made or the character I'm. No, this is going to be a completely new take on what Emperor Neo as a concept could be like. At least for me, I don't. I know there's like a third Emperor Neo out there, maybe by Simi or something, but I'll be honest, I don't keep up with much Sonic VR chat things as of late. I'll tell you why. I'm laughing, but like, shit's fucking sad. The things I do catch up on, except for Multiverse Shadow and Multiverse Sonic. You guys are cool. Probably. We're gonna have a conversation about that one later too. But then we go here. By the way, we aren't just a VR chat channel. We got some gameplay and other things. I use links. And if as fuck, no, Friday Night Funkin'. We gotta get freaking on Friday night in this bit. Ah. And then this one 3 weeks ago. Oh, right. Yeah. So this was 3 weeks ago because I'm going to say it. There's a lot of fucking Sonic VR, smaller Sonic VR chat tubers, and some big ones too, that I can name. At least use them for their vocals. Multiverse Sonic and Speedy Blue. You that AI generate. I can't say it's like generative AI because mostly because like you're just using it for vocals. You'd have to edit the lyrics or write the lyrics yourself, and like they're good songs. You can cover them, and at least the instrumentals aren't AI generated. I just really wish like these are the bigger two, so like you can like you can get someone to sing them. Oh, people have covered it for them. I don't know. I feel like using AI just for the vocals, even if it's like just for the vocals, it's kind of like eh thing. Because I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know how much you guys make. I don't know what your billing. I don't even know if people you pay, but like you could commission someone to sing at least the vocals. Like and when, like with the fucking Sonic band, started when an alien device did what it did, stuck himself upon a script with secrets that it hid. Now he got superpowers. He's no ordinary hedgehog. He's Sonic 10 or whatever the fuck. He's no ordinary kid, Sonic 10. Dan, nan, 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 nan. Just no. You gotta hide some. But the smaller ones, this is where I get a fucking problem with because instead of just using that, nah, it's full on AI generated fucking slop. The thumbnails are AI generated. The music's AI generated. The intro are AI generated. A lot of it's AI generated, other than like the video itself. And I'm gonna be fucking honest with you. That doesn't sit right with me. Because like I get it. You're smaller, you don't have anything. At the same time, like it doesn't it's not that hard to learn how to do things or talk to people that knows how to do things, especially if you know people who can do art and is willing to do art for you like they have in the past. I'm talking about a certain someone, but I'm not gonna say the name. Okay, but yeah. So this one I said here at Sonic, Son, Fracture Realm Inc., we do things different from other VR chat Sonic tubers. Instead of being Dragon Ball Z again or wannabe multiverse Sonic or Shadow, without understanding what makes those channels actually fucking good, like some certain channels. I wanted I want Sonic Legacies and Sonic Fracture, more so Sonic Legacies, but Sonic Fracture Realms to feel like proper Sonic stories. Like something that, like, obviously fan made, but something that still feels like Sonic at the end of the day. You know, where like instead of Hiya, Sodas, Kamehamehas, which I mean, they're still going to be there. Goku and Vegeta are going to be characters in this one, but they're going. We're also going to like we're gonna reel it back. It's gonna be Sonic stories. So instead of seeing like Kamehamehas, Kaioken, Supersonic, Super Saiyan Free, Blue, and all that, nah, we're gonna get like Sonic forms. We're gonna get Hypersonic, Darkspain Sonic, fucking Supersonic 2, Prismatic Sonic, all the Sonic forms. Archie, IDW, and Canon, fucking storybook games, Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. But yeah, no. Pretty much what it is, we're gonna basically be doing what we're gonna be doing is that I want it to be Sonic ish. Like, I mean, how much Sonic can you be when you have EXCs and crossover shit and you're involved? Of course, it's not gonna be a full on Sonic thing. But I want to feel more like Sonic, especially when we do focus more on Sonic and which does bring me to the next point. I haven't made a community post about it. I had an idea for the series that I think you guys might like. What every so we have a universe system, right? And I have an idea that every universe could be their own VR chat Sonic RP or VR chat RP. And there it's kind of like a lot of already all these RPs are coming together, one big mashup universe. So I had an idea of every universe that we get to that, like say an episode is dedicated to a universe, we actually start off with a custom intro made specifically for that one. Like say like because there's a character here, kind of spoilers. Sonic Ben, as I just said, Sonic Ben, he gets like Ben 10. He's a kid that wants to have fun, but when you need a superhero, he gets the job done. He gets like a theme song like that. But when we go to a different universe, say like um random parody, random fucking parody. I can't think of one on top of my actually Son's universe, like SON Son. When we go to SON, he gets a Sonic VR chat esque opening style, you know? He like we're gonna treat these like different kind of like different RPs in a way. I don't know. It's still kind of like in my head. I'm still processing, nitpicking all the little details, itty gritty stuff, you know what, you know. But yeah, that's an idea that I kind of have in my head. Also, right here, everything on the channel will be man made. All songs, art, models, mod, etc. will be man made. I'll make sure of it. And credited back to their source. Because that's also another thing people don't do. or smaller ones don't do it. I know like the bigger ones, they just commission avatars and they do like credit who made the models, but most people don't credit who make their models. Now, I know some people that make their own models, and that's perfectly fine. But for people who don't, who- but people they don't really. But I'm talking about people who don't make their own models, use public models. They don't credit it back. We're not going to do that here. We're going to credit. Jack Films taught me the way. I'm not gonna be stealing son of a bitch. We're gonna crediting everyone for their like the who voices them, the songs that are gonna be credited, even if they're way bigger than me, like T Lopes, Bip Bam and the Bird. Okay, we're gonna credit. I don't play that shit. And then I made like 2 weeks ago. I made like journal biographies for each of the like for Sun and SON and Sun, highlighting the differences and you know fair sense to them. And then I did one for Sonic, did one for back when he was still being called Emperor Neo. And okay, we're going to talk about this one because I kind of did an oopsie whoopsie. Okay, so I always had the idea of fucking Emperor Neo, of how like Emperor Neo's like thing would go, especially mostly because it's gonna be heavily based on the our actual RP that we did. So he's not gonna have those guys as his son. But one of the things that kind of, but when okay, now we're just gonna fucking talk about it. So when I watched, okay, and it's Dawn, I don't, I don't, I think he deleted it or privated it. I don't fucking know. But one of the characters, but I watched all of them, and one of the things that I hated, it's his character. So to be, but so I'm going based on the RP. One of the things that I really fucking hated is that Emperor Neo for some reason had a love interest to a girl named Sapphire, who started out with like the shy type, but then suddenly gained all the balls in the world. I don't fucking know. And I didn't like that. So I was Loki being spiteful, I'm not gonna lie. So I took the name, not the character design. I took the name and I was gonna have the person of the same name kind of build up like a connection to them and be like, kids, Amy. And I know like Sonic and Amy. And I know like Sonic and an Amy, they they'd be a couple, but this was gonna be like modern Sonic and Amy where like yeah, they might have feelings for each other, but they're not really together. They're not really together, you know? Anyway, as I was saying. Uh, as I was saying, so it was pretty much gonna be like that, and then she was gonna fucking die off screen. Like this was never gonna be an on screen thing. This everything from episode 3 was not gonna be shown in the music in the mini movie, mostly because the mini movie was being written way before episode 3 happened. Sapphire was just gonna be a little nod to that, just like the name, not the character design, not anything. We weren't even gonna show her. But yeah, because as I said before, the fall of the hero, or now what it's called, the Embers of Change, if I remember correctly. I don't remember, but the new title of it, well, it was just going to be, as I said, the remake of the fall of the hero, but better with slight things, and also kind of like hints to what was going to happen in the first episode of Sonic Legacy. That was going to be a key important. The beginning actually mirror, even though the beginning kinda was similar to the Fall of the Hero, where Sonic goes up to meet Tails and Knuckles and Sonya and Manic and his mom, and thus, and then they kind of start fighting if they should kill Eggman or not, because that's always been like the main driving force of Emperor Neo, and I wasn't going to change that because no, Sonic versus Knuckles, that's iconic. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. It's fucking Sonic free and Knuckles. He didn't create that shit. Sega did. and they did it better than what we're gonna do about it. But what I was gonna do is I was gonna actually, instead of him just arriving there, I was actually gonna have like a little gameplay showcase of a Sonic Unleashed level or Sonic a level showing Sonic going to that because it was gonna take place on a snowy place, right? Instead of like the grass is only on this grassland. It was going to take place on a snowy place, kind of like in the original RP that we did, because they actually had to walk and then we went up a mountain to snow to find some Queen Alina's mom, because we actually started that backstory off with them finding the mother with the help of Tails and Knuckles. Also, they were reuniting for the first time in that first time in forever. I get to kill some kids. Shout out Thomas Sanders. But anyway, but yeah, so like while the intro was going to be the same, how they would get to that point was going to be different. So we were gonna use the same lava world because it looks so much better on P. Like that if when we record that, and hopefully I get a slightly better PC that can enable or like an upgrade so I can be able to record it properly. Maybe a new quest. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, a little squeak, squeak. But if I get a better like PC that's better, bulkier, kind of like can record better content and stuff and do all that, even though I have like a nice little AMD Ryzen PC computer, it doesn't really run like video stuff well. That's probably because I also use it for Fred and I Funkin' and stuff. It's a whole thing. But if I ever do get a better PC for like that's built for like recording gameplay and all that stuff, like a nice PC, like ooh, we a nice PC, then yeah, I'll start using that. I'll start using then that fight scene will be so fucking gorgeous, man. Like the world in PC looks so good. Like so good. So good. Oh, I'm so glad I'm a PC player. Unlike your questies. That's right. I made a slur. Yeah, so me and my friends, we made fake slurs. Obviously, no one's did, but we made somewhat slurs as a joke. Going Creep 9, this is a joke, not actual. This is not derogatory. But for Quest users and PC users, I think PC users are PCers or whatever the fuck, but fucking Quest users are Questies or something. But yeah, I made one for Emperor Neo. As kind of like in an in universe announcement. And originally, I was gonna make a video. I was gonna make videos covering these, like because I don't have any actors on the thing. It would all be done by me. But I was gonna actually voice these out. You know, kind of like Sonic Adventure. Kind of you know how Sonic Adventure be doing that shit. Yeah, it's gonna be like that. But I went to the world. I was in this world and I was like, damn, you know what? I can record something. So I made my announcement video. Well, also made this one, which got a lot of views. Let's check it. I wonder, wait, can you guys even hear? Let's check it out. It was muted.
Yeah, I know this is kind of different, because this is
Oh,
on chat
by the way,
originally, I think. Yeah, well,
there's going to be a lot more of
right,
these types of videos.
universes.
I have
What do
multiple
you want me to
Sonic
say?
plushies and shit. Like,
I want to
you're getting
completely different,
And Son miniseries as fuck.
I'm gonna audition for the
I
first
am playing it.
mini movie for this series. Rise of the Fall of a Hero. We're gonna need some characters, some background, future reference, and we're kind of gonna hit this on the nose a little bit. This is gonna be the only thing that's gonna be a straight up remake.
Yeah, and this is where I kind of like admit like this is just gonna be a remake because this is where I was actually thinking it through. Do I want this to? Do I want to play stupid, or do I want to be like genuine? Say this is just a remake of a thing that I think could have been done, that I personally think could have been done better. The video's quiet. Makes sense. Makes sense. Uh, I personally.
Cause dear God, and even then we're not even gonna touch part two. And for legal reasons, I can't even bring up what I'm talking about right now. So, but yeah,
Is it still
but
quiet?
yeah, this is just gonna be the one time we're gonna directly copy someone else's homework.
Okay, so yeah, this was gonna be the like this was, and I'm telling you, this is the only time where I'm directly copy. Well, I can't even say it's a direct copy. It's the base premise, but fleshed out a little bit more. All right, but yeah, but so, but I was bored and I had a little free time, and I was like, damn, you know what? Let me record a little something something. So I made the Emperor's announcement. And then all shit broke loose because apparently I accidentally copied the characterization of Emperor Neo. Which now that I look back onto it, no the fuck I didn't. The fuck I didn't. And I don't know why I fucking let myself get gaslighted like that. No the fuck I didn't. I really honest to god didn't. Like here's the I can't even fucking do a compare and contrast anymore because the video is gone. But this is the video. As you can see. As you see, it's a little choppy. You know, PC doesn't handle recording that well. Mostly because I'm using Steam Link with it too. As you can see, as you can see with the body, well, one, you can actually see the fucking proper body language because it's not recorded from my point of view. Because on PC you got more options, so I use the fucking thing. That's not even a fucking diss at him. You're a Quest, you're primarily recording on the Quest, so you're gonna have some problems, and I understand that. Would have had those problems if I didn't switch over to PC. Can I reboot my own video? Like, is this technically no? Because this is my video. Okay, I'm sorry. I've been watching a lot of Jack films right now. Shout out to Matrix Star, by the way. Now, here's the thing. not context, like, if this was in universe. If this was in universe, this would have been, like, near the start of him just joining, getting the body and him joining. And also how he gets the fucking robot suit is actually like, fully different too, and there was, like, some crazy fucking shit that he was gonna do that it's not gonna be in Shattered Rift, I tell you fucking what. And, fucking it's not, it really is not, and I'm not gonna fucking say him 'cause I don't 'cause this idea, I'm keeping this my idea. Get your own. But, yeah, definitely at the end here, you can see that he had what's different from him is that in essence, he's still fucking Sonic. Nah, maybe I didn't portray that as well. Because to be fair, I wrote that without a script. It was literally just off the cuff, off the record. But I was trying to make it more like kinda goofy, not a fucking Gary Stu that gets everything handed to him by being there in one fucking day. Anyway, I'm sorry, I had a little bit of a cough. But no, but yeah, I wanted to I want I wanted our Emperor Neo to be Sonic. Simple as that. He may be calling himself Emperor Neo, but inside that suit, he's still just a fucking Sonic. A jaded Sonic, you know, because shit happened. But like he's still a Sonic. He would still crack jokes. He's still gonna break a move. He's still gonna and especially and as an Emperor, he while this is something that he did do, but that to be fair, that's just a clear trait of Sonic. He's not gonna hurt. How dare you? He's not gonna hurt. He's not gonna hurt the innocents. And now the rebels. Now there are gonna be rebels against the Eggman Empire, but once Eggman on, but Sonic doesn't really. Okay, this is a little bit spoiler for like a character dynamic. Even though it's Eggman Armstrong, Psy, and Emperor Neo. They're the big three. It took time for them to build up that trust, you know? So when Emperor Neo, when Eggman Armstrong did die, not only was Sonic way fucking older, so it wasn't the first day, so he's not immediately just going out killing people on this first fucking day. But this was a more mature ish, a much older Sonic, a much older Eggman Armstrong. Kind of ties back to the whole fucking Sonic Ben and Midnight stuff too, because ooh wee. But that's again, we're going to spoiler territory. But yeah, no, this was gonna be a act fucking. Okay, I'm being a bit mean, but to be fair, I think I'm allowed to be a little bit mean. They were gonna be actual fucking characters. You know, they were gonna have the bond. We're going to show their bond. You know, do some flashbacks. Show like why Eggman Armstrong was actually, I don't think Eggman. No, wait. Eggman Armstrong wasn't gonna be dead at the beginning of the series. Actually, he was still gonna be alive. He's gonna. No, no, that was changed. He was gonna be alive, but now he's gonna be dead before the events. But if you really like, who? But here's the thing: you never know. You might be seeing the spoilers. You might be seeing Eggman Armstrong on a different channel. That's right, Zen Studios, bitch. Bitch. I'm trying not to be loud. It's like 7:05 in the morning. Anyway, but yeah, that's the thing. And I got told that I did copy his characterization. But now that I look back at that video and if I was able to look back at the other one, I can probably tell you with 99% clarity that I did not do that at all. Hell, he was that video wasn't even in my mind when I made this video 2 weeks ago. I'll be honest. I mean, I watched it. I fucking hated it. but the Emperor announcement was not made with that video in my head. But now we're about to get to like, what is Son Fractured Realm now? Like, what exactly is it? What's it? What what does it mean to me? Why is it important that I do this? The Embers of Change. That's the mini movie's new name. The Embers of Change. But why? What is Son Fractured Realms now? And it's quite simple, actually. Son Fractured Realm as a channel, Sonic Legacies as a series, and Son's Fractured Realm as a series is a way to show my appreciation. And you know what? You may be asking, appreciation for whom? Well, for all my friends, of course. The friends I currently have and friends I had in the past, which includes Light. Because I'll be honest, without Light, I wouldn't be here. And it took someone that I also wouldn't be here getting canceled for that to really fucking settle in. If not, and if not, most people that have inspired me to continue do YouTube and will continue make me continue to do YouTube, they're not good people. And then may be asking, well, fair, does this well, fair, you're about to contradict what you said in that community post, aren't you? And I'm really like, no. I still stand by the points I said. I will be open to being this guy's friend again. I just want like genuine accountability. Not even for everything he's done. Not even like the weird shit and stuff. Like not even that. Like I mean, hopefully you would take accountability for those for other people, but those are the main two things that I want genuine accountability, like a genuine apology, like genuinely like I'm sorry that I did this, blah blah blah. And then is the whole spying on me shit and just the entertaining of the idea of that fuck ass military plan. Which if you want to know about that one, well, I mean to be that nigga. Well, you can watch whatever that was right here. That's right, I'm plugging my own channel. My own fucking video. Watch the series discussion. That explains the whole military plan thing and my thoughts and feelings while that was going on. In hindsight, maybe I was giving them a little bit too credit being that a little bit smarter than what they were. But at the same time, not really. People can be way smarter than what you give people credit for. Don't ever underestimate your fucking enemies or frenemies or your friends. Trust me. Once you start underestimating them, you're gonna you're you're gonna do something that you never thought they were gonna do to you. And then you're gonna be perplexed. Uh, ooh, shit. Ow. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So Sonic Fractured Realms is the Sonic Fractured Realm now is appreciation to all my friends and the stories that we shared together, the art, the characters that we made together, that we made and built up together. Because all these characters, they're not just one man shows. We all collect every character that's in the series to a point had other people bringing in ideas and molding them into being what they are. And this is the combination of that. Hell, Sonic Legacies is not even just me fully. Like, I may make the outline for the mini movie and shit, But it's not just fully me. I still talk to everyone that's a part of the legacy that was a part of the Legacies RP, like the founding members, so we can actually make this good. And one of them is making their own, and two of them are actually making their own Sonic VR chat series. Missile Dog, Missile Dog's making his own. I'm not gonna say anything on that, but just know he's also making his own. And my friend Striker the Rabbit, he's also making his own. Hell, his channel's up, Matrix Shard. And those two, and hell, I'm helping them out with that. Not as hands on as I meant with Fractured Realm, but yeah. So, but this is appreciation, a love letter, to the good old times. That's why I can't fully just get rid of some characters because not only are they important to some other characters, but getting rid of them won't just sit right with me, especially Son. And I'm talking about SON Son. This little Majin EXE hybrid is one of the first characters that is one of the original characters from that old EXERP, which actually started with fucking the trio of boyfriends, Solid Snake, and fucking and San. Because I met, okay, a little backstory. I met Light in a Friday Night Funkin' World. This was back when I was like kind of exploring, like I was new to VR chat. So I was boyfriend rap battle and another boyfriend, freeway boyfriend rap battle. And I met him. He kind of popped in, and then we talked, and then he told me about, and then this was back when I was having fun, so I was way more nonchalant about some of the more stupid shit. But we were talking, but he was telling me about this whole war thing, and we were getting people, and then we kind of just hit it up, and we were genuinely great friends. And I considered him my brother, and a part of me still kind of does. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't hate him. Do I feel? Do am I jaded about everything? Do I like feel a little bit hurt? Do I feel? Do I? Do I dislike him? Not heavily dislike him, but do I dislike him a bit? Yeah, fucking course. Anyone fucking would. Especially with the shit that I had to go through. That, which I will lie. I won't lie. Those videos, I shouldn't have made as many videos I did. Especially not those cover videos. Those were. I genuinely apologize for my actions on that one. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't really have made the one on Warrior vs. Tails too, because that ended up doing it. I shouldn't have gone on that live stream and tippity tap my comments. I shouldn't have done that. And I know I said that in a joking moment, but I do genuinely mean that. I shouldn't have done any of that. I could have went about it better. I shouldn't. And there are like the whole live stream thing, and another thing that I did, which was invite him to the original group of San Shattered Sectors. That was kinda me instigating it, but I got my fucking just dessert. Well, kind of. At least not the second time, because that one was because more so with something serious that I don't even really fucking trust them on the matter, and that's a whole 'nother thing that I don't really care about. But I shouldn't have made the Warrior but I shouldn't have I would still made the fucking Warrior vs. Tails video regardless, because the AI is fucking crazy, man. And he still fucking does it. But I get that I'm not gonna fucking hound him about it anymore. Just gonna have every time I see it in my recommendations, I'm gonna give it a little glare because you disappointed me. Yeah, I'm sorry. Old habits die hard. But anyway, as I was saying, I don't really hate him. I just want him to take accountability for his action because being his friend for 5 fucking years, knowing him the longest, and yes, I knew him the longest out of everyone that I know. He he never really took accountability for some of the major things he done, and would treat it like where the and when we call him out on this shit, he would get angry with us for even calling him out, like, and he even called me a bad friend because I wasn't fucking agreeing with him for yelling at a fucking 12-year-old boy. 'cause he yelled, but that's besides the point. I'm willing to really let bygones be bygones and be genuinely be his friend and even help him out with this with, his Shattered Rift Origin series if he just takes I'm not even saying, like, publicly. Nah, fuck that. No more public stuff. Please, for the love of God. The only reason why this is public is because I'm just getting my thoughts out there. Hell, I might not even make the video anymore. I'll be honest with you. Here's the fucking thing. We're kind of like mixing these two together. But like if but nah, like if we get to talking, generally talking, maybe on VR chat, maybe on Discord, and we fucking chop it up, and you and I'll take it, and I take account, and I'm saying now, I will take full accountability on the things that I fucked up with, that I know that I fucked up with, like with the fucking videos, like the excessive amount of videos and covers and shit that was did, and the fucking and some and and some of the more unnecessary video, like go on YouTube Studio real quick, because they're in my private go on content, like RP Misery, like yeah, no, like RP Misery, fucking just no, this one I won't say like, but this one I will say like nah, I probably shouldn't have made this one. So to be fair, this was a mix of something that I already did, which was more lighthearted, but I shouldn't have made this one. This one, at the time, I will fully admit, this one kind of needed to be made. There's another video. There was like an old video. I I deleted. I deleted that one. But yeah, but that one was a response to a video he made on me saying, and this was way before the fucking legacy shit. Even way before he became light. This was back when he was EC Gamer Lord. Actually, this was even before VR plays. He made a he and his at the time ex girl no his ex girlfriend who then became my girlfriend and now she's my ex girlfriend. It's a whole thing. I don't like talking about my love life, but he and his ex girlfriend at the time. I don't know whose idea was it. He still entertained that idea. He made a video basically saying that he was going to sue me over the god characters and over the concept of the Legacies RP because it was way before we even did it. This was just an idea that I had, and he found out. Then he's threatened to sue me for characters because he thought I was going to steal his fucking characters for that, and we didn't. Well, okay, we kind of. It was kind of like more kind of thing. We took the characters' names and then we just straight up gave them new personalities and shit, and have different people playing them. But that was private RP shit, so not like actual production where copyright law. Well, to be fair, copyright law probably wouldn't work in this case because then we got third party Sega. But this was back like then. But he also friend to demerify. Actually, the person's in the chat right now. He friend to demerify Ace and their VR chat husband or and partner for no reason, for basically no reason, because that was because of the flashbang. Actually, I can just say it, flashbang. It was because of he wanted he wanted to fucking flashbang it. He was beefing with flashbang too back in the day. I'm not gonna lie, there were it was he. I don't even know how it all started. I mean, we do when me and him first met him, we did kind of find him a lot more annoying. But then I had a conversation with him, and I got the connection, and I understood why Missile really liked him. And then yeah, and then they argued about if Link can beat the Transformers. I'm going to tell you, as a fan of both Legend of Zelda and Transformers, Link is cutting through them bitches unless, yeah, no, that's fair. You're allowed to be pissed off about it. You're allowed to be pissed off about a lot of things, really, because there's a lot of things that been things. So one thing that I will say that I'm kind of still mulling over was a certain claim that I made about him. I called him. I guess this can't you can't really censor it. I called him a pedophile. Now you may be asking, what would warrant such an allegation? Before I actually share this anecdote, hey Ace, am I allowed to share this anecdote? Like, can I like explain everything? I don't know if you're still watching, but okay, I can. Okay, so we found out. So this is the second time we stopped being friends with him, mostly because he. All right, this was the second time that we stopped being friends with him because I didn't understand why I didn't fucking like and probably was never going to forgive him for the spying on this shit. So this is after the TMT lovers. So Ace told us about something that happened like just round then they just turned 17. Like I think because their birthday your birthday's in October, right? October 7th? I'm bad with birthdays, so you're gonna have to somewhat correct me. You're 9th. Her birthday her birthday's on October 9th. Okay. So this is right after she just a couple couple weeks or something, a short time after stayed after that point. Something they did a thing, and at this point, he would have been 19. They would have just turned 17. His birthday, I don't know if this is public knowledge, so I'm not gonna say the exact date because no one likes being doxxed. But his birthday's in May, so he's been 19. He's been 19 for damn near most like half of the year at that point. They just turned 17. So so and they in the most PG way that I said, they did a little hoinka boinka on VR chat. And now you may be asking, well, fair, that just sounds like a 2 year age gap. That doesn't really seem that bad. And you know what? Fuck it. You might be right. I don't know. I will say a lot of that was kind of carried about how because I was watching like VR chat predators, mostly silicos. God damn it. But despite what he did, he was still doing good work. He was still doing good work despite what he did. But so I was under the influence that online age, dating age, you have the age of consent is 18, just straight up. There's no like law. Apparently, that's not the case, but I don't even give a fuck, man. Like, morally, why would, as a 19-year-old, why would you fuck a 17-year-old? You're graduated high school. They're just like, you're fucking a junior. They're not even a senior. They're a junior. Like, what the fuck, man? Anyway, so, but because of that and because of our already heightened emotions, we called him a little bit of the PDF file, you know. And now, as I look back at him, I can't. I'm not even gonna. I'm not gonna say he's one because that was a one time thing. So what I can say, one thing that I have figured out, and we're gonna look up. We're gonna go on a little bit. Well, okay, this is an AI overview, but we're not gonna use that. We're gonna look up the actual definition from the urban legendary. Which okay, so dubious consent. Sexual consent that is meaningless because the consenter has an impaired state of mind, no option decline, or doesn't know what they're consenting to. Having sex with them is very likely to still be rape and leave crippling psychological scars. Yeah, I, hey, Kirby background, ha ha ha. So, but okay, this one, this one is from 2013. So you fucking, this is where we get that one. We're going back up here because this is 2023. But yeah, this right here, why I can't say that it was, why I can't call him a pedophile. That entire situation could be under this definition fallen under dubious consent because at the time things was kind of going on between their husband. They weren't faking at the right state of mind at the time. And another thing too is that even if we don't count it as dubious consent, they were still married at the time. They didn't break up. They have never, I will tell you what, they only broken up once, and that was way after whatever happened here. And even then, but yeah, so at the time, they were still dating, they were still married, and he was still really fucking with, not like that, but like, he was fucking with the husband, and the husband is 16 years old. It is like 1 year younger than them. So, with all that in mind, why would you? And I get it, like open relationships and shit, but at the same time, he doesn't fall into that shit. So why would you still say yes to it? And even if they were pushing, at the end of the day, it's a VR chat game. You could have just dilly darn skedaddle. And even then, Ace is not that person to keep like pressing on to the matter. So they would have just took a no and then moved on. You could have said no. That's the thing. You could have really said no, but you did it anyway, which is why where we are now. But back to this, since they were at an impaired state of mind because a lot of shit was happening back then. They were fucking stressed the fuck out. They weren't thinking correctly. That can be considered. That is under this definition dubious consent, meaning that sexual consent that is meaningless because as we keep saying, they were at an impaired state of mind, meaning that it wasn't like they weren't genuinely consenting, and they grown to regret it. They literally grown to regret it. That encounter from happening, if they, which is conversations that we had. So while I'm not gonna call him a PDF file anymore, and I do apologize, maybe that was a gross jumping the shark moment. Okay, what I can say is that one, he's still weird for doing that because of the plenty other factors, and two, while I'm not saying it, technically, if depending on how you feel things, that could have been this. It really depends on your thoughts and views. Me, I don't, I'm not, I'm not really in the caring of saying if it is. Well, it's because, well, I'm not in any right to fucking comment on that matter. I wasn't there. So, like, I can't say it if, Ace, you're still watching, if you were listening to this, if you, whatever you think it is, that, that's on, That's your thoughts and views. I don't know. That's all I'm going to say about that part for now. But all I want from him is just a simple, just some. Oh yeah, no, he just kind of. No, okay. So what he did, I can, I can, uh, uh. There we go. I can tell you what he did. He he said sorry, but he never fucking meant it. At least at the time, he didn't mean it. He kept saying sorry. He was doing the same thing about the fucking spying on a shit. He would say he's sorry, but he wouldn't mean that he's sorry. It wasn't a genuine apology. More so, I'm sorry that I got caught in a type of way. Not like I'm genuinely sorry for my actions. But me personally, all I want is a chance to talk to him, chop things up, and a genuine apology about the military plan for entertaining that fucking shit and the fucking spying on us with the TMNT lover account. Not even like the situation around it, just the whole thing that he couldn't just try to come talk to us. He wanted to fucking. I mean, to be fair, it was literally a month after that whole situation, so it was still somewhat fresh. So I understand why he didn't talk to us immediately. But to go on and try to spy on us, which is a which is actually a fucking crime. That is a crime. But to go on and try to spy on us, pretending to be mute, by the way, when we have an actual mute friend, that's fucked up. Yeah, nah, a lot of that was fucked up. And me personally, I just want to apologize. I just want a genuine apology of those two, and and then we're cool. We're friends again. Maybe if you want to be friends again, maybe not. To be fair, I am kind of slandering fucking Sonic Shattered Rift in this one. I mean Sonic Shattered Rift in this bitch. So like, I mean you get good views. I'm not gonna lie, you got them views. Good job. I'm giving like, okay, that sounds sarcastic, like genuinely, good job. Like I'm giving you your flowers on that one. I'm glad that your channel's wrong. I'm glad that your subscriber count. Oh yeah, also yes, I am subscribed. To be fair, even if I didn't like him, I'm still going to support him from the background. Just call me Mr. Piccolo in a way. But I'm glad that he's getting decent views on the fucking Shattered Rift stuff. So good job. Like genuinely, good job, man. Proud of you. But yeah. Um 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 so what else do I want to talk about? What's in the thing? I talked about why I made Sonic Crash for Realms and what it is now. A love letter. Talk about Mystical World Lifestone Co. I guess I can talk about like the conversation we had that reached to this point. But we okay. Positives. So I had a I after actually after this video drop, I got pulled into a VC with 3 different people because helping my friend Afer out with a series he and some other guys making. So they pulled me into a VC and were talking to me about the fucking thing. And I'm not gonna lie, when you got for and not gonna lie, they were kind of jumping my ass on this one, saying a lot of shit that I don't even really fucking agree with, but I just kind of did, and I kind of am agreeing with because I do not care about that one, and because it got the allegation thing, which I admit I fucked up on. I shouldn't have done that. Then we got the fucking stealing his characters, which I'll be honest, they did back me in the corner one time where they caught me in my fucking throat. But up after that, um, no, they kind of fucked up on that one because most of the shit I was trying to say, and also the fact that we had to bring up the fact that he did the same thing, but not even to me, like to Missile, which Missile doesn't really care about, and I don't really care about, mostly because like what we're doing, they're different takes, slightly bitched takes, because he fucked up with Psy heavily, and he fucking got rid of the charm of Eggman Armstrong. Like, how can you do that? He didn't even sing, I am the Eggman. I got the master plan. I am the Eggman. I got the master plan. I am the Eggman. I'm Eggman. And I'm buff as shit. He didn't even, I kind of fucked it up. Like, yeah, fucking dumb. Didn't do that. And he didn't go into his nigga mode. I'll explain nigga mode later. But I'd like to mention that I am on the fence again because not to farm symphony points, but I still have the mental damage from everything, and the whole spine thing almost broke me. And that's fair. I'm not gonna. This really, just these are my personal thoughts and views, but I do genuinely like. Okay, I don't know how to explain this, word this, but I'm not gonna completely fucking weave him back. You know, like if we do become friends, and I do hope we become friends, I genuinely do. But we do become friends. I'm not gonna just try to weave him back into the friend group in the past. If I'm gonna be his friend, I'm gonna be his friend. We're gonna. It's probably gonna be like back before we all kind of came together and did our piece. Kind of like back when it was really just me, him, and our third friend. Like we would hang out with y'all, but we kind of be doing our own thing. I mean, not like that. No, I'm that kind of sounded bad. Like we would be a separate thing than the friend group, kind of. But not everything you said is genuinely one. I'm so sorry that that you got mental damage from that and the whole. And I'm not gonna lie, the spine thing almost broke me too. So your thoughts, your feelings, your views, whatever you want to do on that matter, or how you want to handle that matter, that that is completely and utterly fucking valid, man. Now, but where was I? Oh right, yeah. He got a bitched out Psy and Eggman Armstrong. Psy character got completely fucking assassinated. I'll be honest with you. Well, the best way if you want to make a video about it is just do what I'm doing. Just kind of speak from your heart. Just talk about your thoughts and feelings. No, no script because like, unless you want to like write like maybe an outline to like go like talking points, but really it makes more sense if you just come straight from the heart. No, it's come straight from the heart, raw dogging it completely. Uh, yeah, but and Eggman Armstrong, he lost his sauce. He wasn't funny. He wasn't charming. He was just a fucking Eggman. Though the person playing him did do well. I'm not gonna lie. The person playing Eggman did do a good Eggman person. I'm not gonna say the same thing about Psy though. Whoever played Psy, kind of, at least in my opinion, kind of didn't get really the end with the character. Just saying, just throwing that out there. But to be fair, that they're not my characters; they're Messel's characters. So whatever so his views about them takes priority over my fucking thoughts and views about them. I'm just saying my opinions on here. Um, and I guess like for the first part, I don't, and since we're talking about Shattered Rift, let's talk about Shattered Rift. Um, episode one. Now I look back, I can't say it was complete utter dog shit, but it wasn't good. It wasn't because I feel like there was a little. You could have cut it down a little bit. There's no reason why it should have been fucking 1 hour 39 minutes and 32 seconds. There's no way in fuck it should not have been that long. Yeah, it should not have been that long. But I do think it was a good starting point. And honestly, I really wish we did get instead of getting like two-parter of Emperor Neo, maybe we got a two-parter of each thing. So Shattered with Origins would have been episode 3 would have been the fall of the hero. And we got to see like more so on Sarah's side, like what was he feeling? Like what why did he become evil? What happened in those couple of months where he was training to be evil? You know, the rise of the evil Sarah. I would have appreciated that. But I do feel like that was way too fucking long of a video. It should have been around like the same length of this one. I'll be honest with you. Cut down the Torah Heavenly, focus more so on the kingship, and also probably actually make it better if because I'm not gonna lie, this confuses me because I don't know if they just met or they were friends beforehand. The, it kind of flip flopped of them. They're just meeting or they've been friends forever. It just flip flops and it's confusing. Episode 2, though, I got some complaints. I got some fucking complaints, do I? I really do. So, and I'm not gonna click on these videos because I mean, even though like it is transformative, like I'm actually gonna be commentating on them. If you want to watch the videos, go watch it for yourself. I'm not a fucking reaction channel. I'm just giving my thoughts and feelings on it. But episode 2, this ain't it, Chief. It really ain't it. And I'm going to talk about it like this. This is before he turned to Emperor Neo, so I'm not even gonna lie. But it's kind of hard to root for fucking Sonic's point of view because he makes a good point, but he's just a fucking dickhead about it. Tails and Knuckles comes off as the reason. Knuckles comes off as the reasonable one in the situation when it should really be both of them are right. Both of them, both of them have a point. But when Knuckles decides to attack, that's when we start losing Knuckles a bit. Not fully, but a bit because he's doing uh Superman versus Shazam actually. Just saw a video about it. Lex Super Justice League Unlimited. That fight, even though they were both in the right, technically, if one of them, it all really comes down to the outcome. Because if Sonic let Eggman live, everything probably would have been better at the end, you know? If Knuckles fucking killed Eggman, maybe it could have been better, but it could have been a whole lot worse too. Get some invoking thoughts into it, make people think. This one was just Sonic being a dickhead about not killing Eggman, then Canterboard being around, even though like Sonya and Manic are there. So Sonic wouldn't even really know Eggman that much in Sonic Underground. It's an AU, so I can't really be fucking fully complaining. I don't know the lore of these versions, but yeah, and I'm gonna be and another fucking complaint. Sonya, Manic, and Elena really don't need a unlike the RP where they were future characters. Maybe they are in the fucking series, Shattered Rift series. I don't fucking know, but Shattered. It really felt really Queen Elena, Sonya, and Manic really feel like they shouldn't be there. You can have the point come across with Sonic and with just Knuckles and Tails. So like in our version, Embers of Change, we're gonna have them play an active role. We're gonna actually show them getting into the scuffle and not just Jeff getting jump cutting after the fight. Big editing error. Oops. But yeah, big kind of goofy editing error there, man. And never. Hmm, But yeah, that's basically the rough of my problems. It's kind of hard to root for Sonic because Sonic's just a fucking massive dickhead. Like he actively provokes Knuckles. Fucking is kind of like the main reason why Knuckles wants, but kind of starts the fight, the first fight actually, because they fight twice. They fight at the fucking lava place and the fight at the beginning. He starts the first fucking fight. Really, for like no reason. There was no reason for them to fight. Sonic was just kind of being a dickhead to Knuckles, like insulting him for what for an a reasonable concern of killing Eggman and stopping shit. Because at the end of the day, this is kind of like what the IDU comics are trying to tell us too. Kind of was doing at the beginning of it. Should take should like really considering could Eggman live? And like in modern, he, he did kind of he kind of was a fucking dictator, but at the end of the day, I don't really think he doesn't really deserve to die. You can still have that be the outcome. Eggman didn't really deserve to die, and like that's one good thing. They fucking showed that Eggman didn't fucking really deserve to die in that one because he just lets them go. Actually, for also, and there's like one part. Actually, you know what? There's, no, I'm gonna refuse because I don't want anything. But there's one part right in there where you actually hear where Knuckles actually was gonna turn to walk away, and then you hear Light go, "No, they're supposed to fight." I'm like, "What?" Which kind of confirmed the suspicion that these are less like actual recorded episodes and more so like they're just doing an RP and recording it. Which I guess you can say is like a lot of things, but nah, these aren't recorded like they're actual like episode and shit. Even though they got that fucking hey now we can come. Actually, I think I'm okay to play that. I'm allowed to play the beginning of it. Yeah, I get that crunchy audio. I'm in harmony, hey now. I'm in harmony, hey now. You're in harmony, harmony. You're in harmony, in harmony. In harmony. And that's where we go. That's it. That's it. That's all we're gonna play. Just the intro. Ace, you're right. Banger song. And to be fair, we're stealing that song. We're making that has to be the opening of the mini movie too. But like an actual opening with high quality stuff. Hey, which AO Light. Like if you need a sound editor, like or an editor in general. I don't have a fucking CapCut watermark. The fucking I'll do it. I'll edit it. I'll get you right, my boy. But yeah, the mini movie. But yeah, that's the opening. The best thing about this series, and even then, it's really more so just the song, not really like the visuals, as we just seen. Like the visual, like it's just kind of like it's like kind of built like an opening, like fucking thing, but it's not really like coherent. And by the way, none of those characters in that shit, other than like Emperor Neo, but not even anymore. They're then none of them are in fucking Fractured Realm or Legacies at all. We're gonna shut that one right down right now. None of them there. Definitely not. No, no, not doing that. Mostly because I didn't even know about their existence until like when I found out about the channel, and they don't hold any importance to the old EXCRP at all, other than like Emperor Neo. But even then, he's completely fucking. He's not even called Emperor Neo anymore. Um. So but in episode 3, was the worst of it. Let's talk about episode 3, y'all. See, and here's the thing, I can't even fucking show y'all. It's not there anymore. I had to got all these fucking shits shorts, but like I don't really care. Who cares about the shorts really? Not important. But episode 3 was the worst. And I think that the reason why I don't like it as much is because I was there for the RP thing, and it felt like he just pushed it, pushed it all there. Because fun fact, Emperor Neo follows a similar story to how Sosuke was made, but even more so because Emperor Neo was never really a creation for the EXCRP. He was made for a different RP, like one for a completely different fucking person, connected to a character, Missile's character through that. Damn, I'm sorry, Mr. Sport Lover. I didn't mean to hurt your feeling. But yeah, Emperor Neo comes from a completely different RP that was brought into the Legacies RP by him for an entire season, which was good. Then we had to redo that season without him. Then we ended up doing another season with that version, but after one, it was a whole fucking thing. We had a whole universe. He bitching, complaining about like the current characters being stronger than his characters, so we have to fucking morph around it. Before then, I realized we could have just fucking done all completely other thing. Timeline is a bitch. Time travel's a bitch to write, and I don't like writing time travel shit. I'll tell you what. I love the idea of time travel, but when it comes to actually doing it, depending on like the series, you gotta be careful for how you do it. But anyway, back to episode 3 just felt like pure fucking flaw because it had a combined problem of both episode 2 with the shoddy fucking characters, man. I don't like any of them. And the length issue of fucking episode 1 because it shouldn't have been that long. And the thing is, I think the reason why I really hate that the most is because the fucking character assassination of fucking Psy, Eggman Armstrong, and surprisingly Emperor Neo. Because here's the thing, Emperor Neo, it takes a fucking couple hours for him to get the suit, at least. And then gets the fucking suit, and immediately everything starts getting handed to him. He gets a bitch. He gets promoted. He becomes the fucking emperor all on his first day. He also did a chaos spear punch, which I don't know how that fucking would work. That's not even like a critique. I just don't know how that would work. It sounds cool as fuck though. Chaos spear punch. Like, but like I don't know how that worked. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. You're fucked up. How dare you? Make a that's what she said joke. My live chat. Man. Queso as fuck. Anyway. Anyway. Episode 3 was just bad. Because like Psy wasn't on character at all. Eggman Armstrong didn't have the charm. And Emperor Neo was such a scary stew at that point. If to a point where low-key, no-key, high-key, medium-key, Tahin, not sponsored. It kind of feels like a metaphor for a little something, something. Oh no, no, no. Episode 1 was that. No fucking shot. Fucking Saros is crazy. Even if it's spelled completely different. Saros fucking crazy. And hint, if you wanna know why that was crazy, Pharaoh, 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 Pharaoh. You I'm not saying that was the intention. I'm not even saying that that's the case. I'm just saying the fucking similarities of how they're said is crazy. Yeah, like I said, damn. But I don't weird care. I'll be honest, I do not care. But like but what I do care is the fact that episode 3 wasn't good at all. And also, like, the rebels really aren't that interesting either. And then at the end, which I'm not gonna lie, confused me. So, like, if we ever do get talk, I want like this might be a thing that you might want to explain to me. Is Sosuke fucking evil now? Like, is Sosuke evil? Because at the end of that episode, Sosuke said something that was really fucking evil. Like, is it like a Call of the Cream Cookie type situation where he kind of like he was like a people thought he was gonna be a twist villain, but he actually that is just a genuinely good guy that's a little like in over his head. Is it like that? Like I don't want to like assume, but it's he sounded fucking evil. Also, I'm surprised you didn't fucking take Amethyst. No, he's still with Scarlet? Because Scarlet is the fucking goddess of destruction, or the fucking god of everything on the fucking dark side of whatever the fuck. Or one of the two. At least in our lore. And the old lore, I think. He was Skoski's wife before Amethyst came in. So he's his ex, Scarlet's his ex-wife. But nah, he was with. She said that. So my thing is, did he heavily change Amethyst to be that the god of goddess of destruction, or is it Scarlet, the Methless bitch? I don't know. I'm not that taking me into it a bit, mostly because Soski was also on the calendar now within the KRP, and you know what? That really jimmo my jimmies. Um, um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Updates to the channel before we go on and not talk about this shit anymore. Um, I guess one thing I can say is that I've been getting my motivation back to actually create. So see some more collabs on the way, especially with Shady and them. I'm gonna get back into writing the stuff. I'm sorry for not. I've been like it really has been rough the past couple of weeks. Um, what else? What else? Videos, push videos. While still kind of working them out, I'm gonna start trying something new. Kind of like what I did with OG video. I'm gonna try and make an outline for things I want done, like scene by scene stuff. So that way I can know the general scene, but I can still like rerun it. And I'm gonna try to get better at the thing. And also, uh, we got a green screen. I'm going to start utilizing the fucking green screen, my boys. Oh, damn, I fucked up the camera position and everything. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. And oh, well, now it's centered. Now it's centered. Aha. But yeah, got a green screen, so I'm gonna start using that more often. Hopefully, I'm gonna have to figure out the kinks because it's in a kind of like a dark place in my room. I'm gonna need new light bulbs so the lighting could be perfect. And I'm gonna start recording more green screen shots. You know. Beyonce's melodies. Oh, drop! You're getting Kiro Faker Mix. You're getting the fucking Faker Mix this year. You're getting it this year. I'm gonna promise you that it's gonna happen this year. Hopefully sooner. Yeah, hopefully sooner than later. We just need some art stuff. Then Visualizer is going to be fucking done for it, and I hope you enjoy it because it might be paired up with another Ostrop. It might be a double Ostrop. You might get Faker and Black Sun. Which, speaking of which, leads me to me of the contents of the Deonce's Melodies demo. So, the Deonce's Melodies demo is gonna be a little. Yeah, you can go. Oh yeah. Springtrap is in fucking for Smash Bros. Now, what was I saying? All right, the contents of the demo. So here's all the songs that are going to be in the demo, and I know I'm revealing my card a little early, but fuck it. Can't Hide Heavy Mix or Jopdados. Cycles, Cycles Heavy Mix, Endless Heavy Mix. Oh well, I'm the same fucking no. Can't Hide, Do So, Deonce's Melody, Endless Deonce's Melody, which is the Deadpool song, Legacy. Replay, Cycle, the Deonce's Mix, fucking the Lord X, rice, milk mix. Technically, we can literally just whip up a fucking. I can literally just whip up something fucking quick and post that one. It's a pretty long song, but editing for it will be really fast because I'm the best goddamn editor in the world. So you know what? You might get fucking rice soon too. Okay, I just fucking licked. Just fucking. Oh my Jesus Christ. Anyway, um, oh, Flaming Love, Burning. I think no, that got replaced. Burning Love is going to be in V. The Burning Mix isn't going to be in V1 anymore. Uh, MILF, MILF Xena Mix. That's going to be in V1. Actually, wait a minute. Okay, I'm not going to show that one. I'm going to show the Discord one. So I can go. I'm going to go into the Discord server real quick. Dev server, can't show anything from that. No spoilerinos. No spoilerinos. Tortinos, but fucking Tortinos. Oh, I forgot you had that fucking beer. Bleh. Anyway, Beyonce's melodies. The songs that are gonna be in the demo. Can't Hide. Hedgie Mix. Rice. Legacies. Flaming Love, which is our Bernie mix. Goon. Goon. MILF Mix. Goon is a acronym. What's the acronym? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna just admit we were gonna do a fucking Pibby song mix, but the person that said they wanted to do it hasn't updated, and I'm not blaming them, but like, yeah, so we might that one is a fucking maybe at most. But drop to the decks and Corone clickbait. Hi, bearded. Tortino's Pizza Rolls, Sonic. Okay, coming in with fucking Tortino's Pizza Rolls. Okay, I didn't. Tortino's Pizza Rolls. All right. But yeah, that's the song list that's gonna be in the demo of Deonce's Melodies. So we might, yeah. Though I will say there might be a smaller demo with just Can't Hide or one of the songs that are done because Kuro sprites are basically done. So you might get like a mini demo of like the chart of Kuro with the sprites of Kuro because I animated the fucking Kuro sprites. Yeah, I animate sprites now. I'm actually learning how to animate Friday Night Funkin' sprites because I'm making a little because You should be. Clickbait is a fucking banger ass song. But here's the thing. I'm making a little bit of a. I'm making another mod. A smaller mod. A one shot mod. And it's gonna be based around Jurger and Friends. Now you may be asking, what's a Jurger? And for this section of this live stream, I'm not gonna curse anymore. Because we're talking about Jurger and Friends, which is the best animated YouTube series that I have watched, and not gonna lie, at one point I compared it to Shattered Rift, and it's and Jurger and Friends is leagues better, and it was kind of like an SML, SMG4 type thing. Well, I only need one song. It has to be like a somewhat kind of average Friday Night Funkin' song. Really, I'm making the animations for it. I'm and the chromatics talking to Jurger. And hey, I got in contact with Jurger. And I'm making like a full chromatic pack of all the fucking. Oh damn! I cursed. Oh dang! I did it again. Sorry, I'm a sailor mouth at heart. I'm sorry. But yeah, making a mod, and gonna, I'm gonna be trying to learn nightmare vision. So, but I don't know. Maybe it might be a base game mod instead. I don't know. Mostly because I don't really know which engine to use anymore. Cause like there's Nightmare Vision, but also like Psych Engine is kind of better. But Nightmare Vision is like the new one. But there's also Code Name Engine, which is really good, especially if you're playing versus Roth. Which, actually, by the way, lyric content. Gonna get back on that. First one is gonna be Angry Birds themed. I can't do the one song that I wanted to do because apparently that's problematic media. So fuck my life. Rest in peace, Team Smith Productions. I miss you. I miss you so much. Uh,
The following cartoon is a
this this guy, this guy was my shit. He made ultimate cartoon fighting. Some of the best stuff, and this like old. This is like old stuff. Like around this time, Steven Universe was just airing. Uncle Grandpa's was new. Gravity Falls was new. Season 2 was a Hunger Games parody for some reason. Oh no, I feel old too. But the sad thing about him, he sadly passed away like a while ago, if I remember correctly. I don't know how he passed away, but he did, and it. I hope him the best and their family the best and all that. That sounded like I do hope I may not sound like it. And I'm sorry, but I do hope them the best and everything. Mm. I pretty much talked with what I wanted to talk about, but this is a live stream, and you know what? I might do this for a little longer. You know what? We've been talking about some pretty heavy things, so like, yeah. But let's do something a little different, y'all. Monster, 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 monster life. Trying to win an alien defeated, but I did. I fucked up. I don't know what I was doing. Anyway, since we got a webcam, so yeah, we do got a webcam going on. So and about we play a game, a little game. He was my, I think he's everyone's childhood, except if you didn't grow up on YouTube. But he was, but yeah. All right, so we got versus Imposter Legacy, which I do gotta update though. We got versus Imposter Legacy, Brick Bears. We can play some Brick Bears. Five Nights at Freddy's Real Time. I know you streamed Knuckles Week at Sonic's. Also, you streamed Gigabash at one point. Yeah. Hmm. What game? What game? What game? We got options. Brand new whip just locked in. Maybe we could just play some Five Nights at Freddy's. Like based game Five Nights at Freddy's. Oof. Ooh. 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 Ow. Ow, my fucking ears. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Oh god. Oh. That is, that was loud as fuck. Okay. Okay, that just, am I not gonna be able to stream? I Okay, we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna Google something real quick. Huh. Alt and enter. Okay, we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna play FNAF 1. Ooh, that's loud. That is loud as fuck. Alright, wait. I gotta do something about me. Nope. There we go. Yeah, sorry for the watermark. Oh yeah. Shout out Scott Coffin, of course. Can't, but sorry for the watermark. I don't have the pro version, so yeah, that's just gonna have to stay there for a while. I think I might be too big. Let's just shrink ourselves. Let's shrink. See, now this is looking like a fucking gameplay video. Now this is looking like a fucking gameplay video. Top of the morning to you, laddies. My name is Markiplier. Fucking mixed the two. I mixed the two up. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier. Welcome back to Five Nights at Freddy's. The game that Yami Mash played and said was really, really good. And it's running surprisingly smooth, too. I turned down my volume as fuck, though. Alright, everyone, welcome to Pharaoh / Den Studios, playing Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm gonna have to make a new thumbnail and rename this shit, don't I? But that's pretty much the vibe. We talk about some serious things, then we just go in doing some normal stuff. Anyway, Five Nights at Freddy's. No, why would I say for Five Nights at Why would I say more than five? Why would I say more than two? Oh, hello.
Hello? Hello? I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in on your first night. I actually worked in that office before you. I'm finishing up my last week now, as a matter of fact, so I know it can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about. You'll do fine. So let's just focus on getting you through your first week, okay? Let's see. First, there's an introductory greeting from the.
All right. Skip the phone call. Don't need a phone call. I already know how the game is played. Who hasn't played Five Nights at Freddy's? Me. I never played FNAF 1. At least not officially. Okay, I'm joking. I have. But I never beat FNAF. I actually never beat a FNAF game before. Fan games, completely different story. But like, official FNAF game, never beat one. Ugh. But I do know that I can just kick back and relax. Really, man? We're doing this? We're playing FNAF? Really? FNAF? Yeah. Why not? You're really pathetic, Fair. Hey, fuck, shut the fuck up, okay? I'm just playing FNAF for the audience up there. Hey, hold on, we're actually live? Holy moly, we're live! Hi, Hedgie here. Okay, obvious that he voices me, but yeah, Hedgie, I was actually coming to tell you, dude, there's something going on with, spoilers. Don't mention any character's name. Unless we shut him. Well, okay. No, I'll just go deal with it. Red's kind of tweaking. Oh, yeah, someone probably ate his eggs. Anyway, sorry about that. Meta commentary. Okay, it seems like the audio's just fucking right. Okay, this is the first gameplay video that's going off without a hitch. Haha, did it. Being kind of way too loud. It's still 8:23 in the morning. Oh shit. Oh shit, Bonnie moved. Okay, now we're getting serious. Now things are heating up. The Who Goblin? But nah, I don't think I know the Who Goblin. They're like really slow in night one. I'm gonna. Heck, I bet I could like put on something on YouTube in the on my TV in the background while Bonnie barely reaches my fucking. Oh, now he's moving. Ooh. Okay, he's moving now. Oh, he's moving now. I'm wasting power. I'm wasting power. Oh, wait, who got? Who got? Oh, I fucking hate you. And when I see a dog, I'm going to drop kick in shins. How dare you get me with that fifth grade ass humor? Fucking goddamn it. Oh, that was a great one. That was a great one. Oh, Chica's coming for my dick. Oh god. Oh god, Chica's coming for my dick. Who's goblin? Chica's goblin. Fuck yeah, night one completed. Fuck with a nigga. Fuck with your boy. Fuck with a nigga. Did I meet the call? Fuck. Okay, here's the deal. If I get jump scan, you know who can? Foxy. I mean, I could always use CD plus or something. Oh no, they patched it out. Okay, I can't CD plus my way out of this one this night. Yeah, I know. Ah, he's coming. Ah, they're coming. They're coming. Coming deep in my ass. It's only fucking 2 a.m. and I'm 60 power, guys. I might get cooked. But Chica hasn't moved yet. Where the fuck is Bonnie? Oh. Bonnie, leave me the fuck alone. Alright, dear. What the fuck is in my... Fucking finally. No, I might just do up 2 nights this time, and then maybe next time I'll pick up with a night 3 and 4 and 5 stream. So if I die, I die. I permanently just fucking die, man. Don't walk. Fuck. Okay, we're like at 5 p.m. already, so like I should be fine. I should be fine. All right, that's enough of FNAF. Now go read a book and wash your ass. I'm joking. Well, I mean, you should wash your ass. I'm not joking about that. Why go wash yourself? But anyway, been streaming for 2 hours. So I think I'm gonna actually end it here. This stream will be renamed to give it a proper thumbnail. But if you like the stream and you like the new if you like the if you like the new webcam thing that I'm gonna be doing from now on, I'm probably gonna do this soon. Maybe even make videos with this style so I can just record in OBS. But I'll see you guys later. Peace, loving, in the planet Earth.